Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. We've all been here before. Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before.
Hello and welcome back once again, folks. We're here at the Shenandoah University Esports Arena. I'm Ryan Blankenhorn. Joining me on the desk tonight is, of course, the wonderful and beautiful Alexander T. Kresek. We got some Valorant coming at you tonight, but Alex, first off, how are you feeling?
I am fantastic. I'm a little sad I missed out on last week, but you had the lovely Ethan Estes in here, so I think it was very helpful to hear a professional talk about Overwatch. You and I, we get to have some goofs and some gaffes when we talk about Overwatch, but when Ethan is in the room, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so much. So much knowledge and information.
Yeah, I know you mentioned replays, so let's go ahead and take a look at what those replays were from last week, some of those top plays, top performers of last week, before we even discuss what we're going to see tonight, which will be a grand finals best of 3. So, going to see some crazy things tonight as well. Maybe we'll see some players like a Sweatpants-esque with this crazy plays going out at maybe getting 5Ks, because you can get 5Ks in Overwatch and in Valorant.
You can indeed. Yeah, we saw a lot of great plays last week, specifically from the player of the week, Sweatpants, who was just on a tear with this Genji. No one was making it out alive, be it Widowmaker, Doomfist, other Genjis. It doesn't matter. Sweatpants was hunting for them all. But, of course, there were a lot of other team plays as well. Control on the Sombra doing a lot of work as well. So it was just honestly a great series all around.
Yeah, I mean, this was just... oh, no. Yeah, I mean, last week we had some really good plays coming out from these teams. We had the Barracudas and Scorpions, and we had another battle of the Flyers from last week. So it was really, really fun to see all these different players and some of them in the show match just once again showing themselves, showing how they can flex other roles, how they play, and I mean, even our support players, Triplet, getting the name once again correct of a triple kill.
Yep.
Crazy shatters, crazy moves, crazy mechanics, crazy fundamentals, and not only that, but we also got to see a nice little VOD review segment last week as well with Fish, and I believe it was Apollo, one of the head coaches of the Overwatch team. So got to see some really cool stuff last week, and you know, Esports Tower is going places.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, in fact, we saw the VOD review for Kings Row, which is basically the bread and butter for Overwatch. So, you know, if you need a little VOD review, need a little extra insight, Esports Tower is the place to go, and man, I love some of these plays.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with some of these plays. I mean, we had a lot of them. That was a lot of clips.
There's a lot of clips, yeah.
It was a lot of clips, but, you know, that's okay, because today there's going to be even more clips, I'm willing to bet, because, like I said, we have a best of 3 Valorant Grand Finals matchup. It's going to be the Lobsters and the Spiders.
Yeah, when we take a look at this, we've seen the Spiders before. Lobsters, a little bit of a newer competition here, but a lot of great players. I know we've talked a lot about Overwatch, haven't had as much time to talk about Valorant. But, one, there are some familiar names that we've seen before in the past, and, of course, there are new names as well, but a lot of phenomenal talent in the Valorant scene, and we're going to see that really shown off here in Overwatch. When we see it, we see a lot of these players on their off roles where they're kind of like a DPS playing a support playing a tank playing a DPS, whatever. But here in Valorant, you are going to see the best of the best. They are on the roles that they play normally. If they're a Harbor 1 trick, we're going to see a Harbor 1 trick. If they're a Sage on Icebox, we're going to see a Sage on Icebox.
Hey, that's not a bad idea, Alex. But it does look like our first map is Ascent, and the players have actually already gotten ready to go. So let's go ahead and jump into our first matchup here. The players have already selected their agents. For the side of the Lobsters, we're going to have a Jet, an Astra, a Gecko, a Chamber, and a Breach. For the side of Spiders, we'll have a Raze, KO, Cypher, Omen, and Sova. So going to be interesting to see what these players sort of come out with, as we are going to see, I believe the Lobsters have that double initiator.
Double initiator indeed. Also, isn't this Haven?
Did I say Ascent? I did say Ascent. This is Haven. Okay, this is definitely Haven. Yeah, I knew that. I definitely knew that.
That's okay, yeah. Well, maybe we'll see Ascent later, but for now we're seeing some Haven action. And honestly, I personally don't play a whole lot of Valorant, so I get those confused all the time. Those maps do look a bit similar to me personally, so I apologize for those of you at home. I miss him. Will be sitting in the smokes, and I don't know. Will I miss him? If anyone comes by, a headshot will kick things off, and it's quickly traded back.
Yeah, we are going to see that. Just like that, Spider's going to try and start to bring this forward, but the Lobster's really baiting out some of the Spider's utility here to get them in. We're going to see some Breach util come out as well. Secrets and Spicy will find some picks. I miss him. Going to get a shorty kill on the monkey mode. The trades on either side. I miss him is the only one alive for the Spiders now. With that shorty is going to pick up that ghost, but needs to get these picks here. Check your corners.
Check your corners. If you're going to walk out, you got to make sure you're checking those corners. I miss him will get taken down. Lobsters taken round one, and we had a chance to talk a little bit to the coaches beforehand, and they were talking about some of the strengths of the Lobsters, and what we've heard is that the Lobsters are really good in their rotations, and they're really good at baiting out utility to be used earlier in that round. We didn't quite see as much of that in this round in particular, but that's only round one. I feel like once we get into some of these later rounds where both these teams have money, that bait and punish technique will surely come into play.
Yeah, and we're going to see I miss him getting aggressive here onto this B site. A lot of util used. There goes some pack jumping. The shorty still alive and well. Tracker will find Rainbow early into this fight. A great intro pick here. Tracker, though, going to go and find I miss him taken down. Spike left on point now with no one for the side of the Spiders to go grab it. As I say that, we will see the Sova grabs it. And now we're going to see some trades on either side. Lobster still in the lead, but have a lot of low members of their team.
You have to be very careful here, especially with Tracker just shoot through the smoke. The smoke goes down, and somehow Rezkin makes it out alive. Kaioken actually gets a pick as well, and somehow the Spiders are staying alive, even though the money is not in their favor. A Marshall is picked up, but Secrets quickly finds Kaioken. And it is only Rezkin left alive in a 1v2 situation. And this Omen does not have much health, going against a full health Gecko, who's just about to turn this corner.
Yeah, Rezkin needs to hit some crazy headshots here. Was able to get the spike down without anyone noticing, but now going to be wading through this smoke. And, you know, one thing that I am curious to see is...
Oh, the patience! The patience is there! The 3K is in favor of Rezkin. And wow, that gun patience, just waiting, sitting there in the smoke. We talk about this time and time again. You got to check your corners, and they were not ready for it.
And, you know, one thing that I was going to mention about these smokes, right, is Rezkin not only was playing that patience, but also was able to play it by just really playing calm and simple. And one of the things that is really an advanced technique here is a lot of these really good players will sidestep into the smoke, because if you walk straight forward, the gun barrel will be noticed first.
Right.
So you give that opportunity to whoever your aggressor is to see that. Tracker isn't going to be seen though, will be detected. Corners have been checked. Rainbow will take them out, an early pick to start this fight. But, you know, what I was going to say is we saw a really good play from Rezkin, who watched those gun barrels come out and was just going to wait for both of them, did so and got that 3K. And now we will see an even series. Secrets going to go up against I miss him. Rainbow comes in return, takes out Secrets, but we are going to see the Chamber Sheriff is going to come out, finds one headshot onto Rainbow, watching this garage now. Can't quite find anyone else quite yet, though.
I feel like the Chamber is a very interesting pickup here. A character that we don't see a whole lot ever since a lot of these nerfs. Chambers kind of fallen out of the meta, but still has a place, still has some utility that can be used. And right now in Garage, this is a dangerous situation. I think both of these players, the Gecko and the Chamber, just going to be spotted out. I miss him waiting there. Will get the drop on the Astra, and down goes more members of the Lobsters. It's a 2v4 situation. Never mind, it's a 1v4 situation. And I miss him, and Kaioken will get that pick up there. Spiders looking pretty confident for themselves right now.
Yeah, Spider's doing a really good job able to take that second round now and doing it very, very well, right? They were patient, they were calm, and yeah, they had a couple members fall down, but I mean, also the patience to just wait for that smoke. There's a lot of patience coming out from the Spiders, and I feel like as we get closer down the road of this map, I'm going to say that a lot. I'm going to say that the Spiders are very, very patient because they are. We've seen it before. Players like Reskin, players like I Miss Him, who are just able to truly wait and relax for some sort of engage coming in from the Lobsters and kind of just forcing them to come in on the defense as well.
Yeah, and while we're talking about players like Reskin, like K-Conan, K-Conan,
I think it is.
K-Conan, yeah. K-Conan.
I know
As we see,
Speaking of.
Yeah, speaking of, definitely just got to keep your eyes on these members in particular because they are heavy hitters. Spicy is also up there on that list, but right now hasn't been making the biggest of waves just yet. So we'll have to see if anything comes out here. We're currently on this Sova. Haven't been able to find too much just yet. And Tracker getting aggressive. Monkey Mode as well will find one before getting traded out by Rainbow. Now it's a 1v3 situation. The defuse goes through, but the blind finds 3, and Rainbow almost gets away with murder there.
Hey, I gotta give credit to Rainbow there. Almost had if that reload did not catch them. I'm willing to bet Tracker would have fallen in that fight. That was a really, really good play coming out from Rainbow there, but not quite able to find that final pick. But really good job from the Lobsters, just not gonna let the Spiders get their position. I think that's the one advantage that the Lobsters do have here is the Spiders are willing to wait. They're willing to be patient. They're willing to let the defensive team be aggressive. But on the side of the Lobsters, they know that aggression is what's going to help them win. So as we saw a really good basically dive come in from the Lobsters with that Jet dashing in, able to find that first pick, and really opening it up and scattering the rest of the Spiders.
Absolutely. And now as we're taking a second to watch Monkey Mode, I think this is an appropriate time to talk about how Monkey Mode has been one-tricking Gecko. We talk a lot about players who just spend time on one agent, and Monkey Mode, as soon as Gecko came out, fell in love with the character and just wanted to be the best, wanted to focus so much on this character. So does get taken down a little bit early, but I hope as we get a little bit deeper into the series, we're going to see what this character can do, and we're going to see more of what Monkey Mode can do on this character.
Yeah, I mean, what do you not like about Gecko, right? There's a little cute little wingman that's there for you at all times, right? I mean, you can't not go wrong with that, right? So, I mean, a really good agent to pick going forward and just really, you know, committing to it. But I Miss Him, and the Chamber will be alive for the Lobsters, a 1-on-1 here. Let's see if I Miss Him going to bring out the showstopper, sends it in, and takes them out. Doesn't matter if you miss him, her, or anyone in the world. I Miss Him will find the clutch no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, also with the showstopper, you can miss, and it will still kill them. And that's kind of the beauty of having a rocket launcher in a tactical shooter is you don't even need to hit them. You just need to get close.
Yeah.
Horseshoes and hand grenades, as they say. And
I think that would count as a hand grenade.
Yeah, rocket launchers kind of fit into that conversation as well. So Spiders going up 3-2 in the set count, but it has been very close. Both these teams have a little bit of money in the bank, so we'll be able to buy up just a little bit. Well, maybe not as much as I thought. And we are going to see this Chamber getting aggressive, finding that early pick onto I Miss Him. The tour de force coming out in full force, able to find that pickup, and that's where you really find the value in Chambers, where if you don't have money, you do have that ultimate available, and you can get aggressive here. Might get a little too aggressive here. Tracker going to peek this into 3 people. I don't think Tracker's ready for it. Oh my gosh, the Chamber is, though. How do they both get away with this?
I do not know, but now with that tour de force, able to find 2 picks. It only has 5 bullets, but it's still possible to get that ace. We're going to see Tracker also watching this angle, Monkey Mode, watching through this smoke. A Spicy peeks, the flash comes out, 2 picks are taken out. Sunny Lee now going to find 2 in return, however, with the Sheriff. 2 beautiful headshots, and now the Spiders taken down. Another even game, and this is what you expect to see in a Grand Finals.
Absolutely. This is truly the Grand Finals mentality. I talked about money being in favor of both of these teams. Lobsters looking a little low. They had about a half buy going in favor of them. Even some of these players just picking up Sheriffs as their only kind of weapon. But Sun Lee really showing off that all you need is a Sheriff. You just need a Sheriff, some dreams, and a headshot.
Yeah, Sheriff will do you work, especially in a small town of Haven. That's all you sometimes have is a Sheriff. We are going to see, though, that both these teams will have some money to buy and take this into a normal gun battle. The spray and pray comes out as we're going to see the Chamber watching C just basically by themselves. And this is that Sentinel, that power of what a Sentinel can do is just really hold a site entirely. And we are going to see holding this Vandal. Tracker finds one. The Chamber finds one as well here. Going to look for more shots. 2 down. Spicy able to find 1. And this is good for the Lobsters.
But yeah, unfortunately for the Spiders, that spike is down on point and not down in the way that they'd like. It fell right before they could get the plant off, and Sunlee is ready for it. I miss him, will miss Sunlee, unfortunately. And now it's down to a 1v3 situation. Spicy all by their lonesome, but this isn't the first time we've seen them by themselves, and they can certainly change the tides in their favor. If they check their corners, they're gonna check one, but they unfortunately won't get the drop on Tracker, who was tracking them from the moment they stepped onto site.
Yeah, it's really difficult to get to that spike when it's in such a good position, and I got to give major credit to the Lobsters there because they played that patience game. They knew the spike was in their favor, so they took their angles. They took their angles of what to pick, what to watch, what to hold, and that's exactly what they did, waiting for the Spiders to have to get really aggressive to just get to that spike. Spicy was able to check the corner. Unfortunately, was not able to find that headshot, and Tracker, waiting for the perfect opportune moment, was able to do so, and now the Lobsters going to be up for the second time in this series since round 1.
And maybe they can keep it. We'll have to find out in a moment here. Tracker will get the spot, will find Rezkin, but Spicy will get the trade almost instantaneously. So we're back to a 4v4 situation. Ults are available, but the question is, do you want to use it to flick? How on earth did that just happen?
That's called precise gunplay, Alex, as we're going to see another one taken down. The Spiders, only 2 members left. Spike is in their favor, though, and they do have 2 initiators, so they definitely have the ability to get onto a site and bring this forward. The flash comes in, Rainbow takes out one, going to be looking for another one there. The Breach ultimate comes online, though, will stun both members. The flash will save them for a little bit longer. Secrets going to look for this pick. Monkey Mode finds 2, and the Lobsters now going to have 2-round lead onto the Spiders.
Lobsters feeling a bit more comfortable in their play and their economy. And, I mean, as they should be, this Chamber, Bachira has been hitting everything. Look at that. This turn, the 180 headshot, insanity, and then turns around and does it again.
Yeah, I mean, this is that gameplay that, like, that sort of sixth sense of sort of a player is you're just waiting, then all of a sudden, bang, you're able to find that nice flick, and it serves such a good purpose, and you can see that especially from these players like Chamber, who, I mean, you have basically not only your normal pistol and your rifle, but also now you have 2 abilities, right? You have a better version of a pistol and a better version of an operator in your inventory as well that you can be using to really bring this forward. But we are going to see that now the Lobsters are starting to adapt to the Spiders' play style, adapt to their aggression and to their patience, and are now making it very difficult for the Spiders to push in.
Difficult indeed. We're seeing a lot of utility used from the Lobsters just to slow down the Spiders. And when we look at the Spiders looking low, but I miss him, will find that first pick onto Sunlee, who's trapped up on Heaven on the A site. So trying to make some more space. Speaking of operators here, Bachira does have the op, just looking for something. Has to be careful when walking in the garage, though. Has to know there's someone there.
He's going to spot one and find the first pick of this match. We'll make it even now with Spiders and Lobsters. Spicy and Rezkin finding their headshots with the Sheriffs. Rezkin with 2 now. Rainbow will get the plant down, but a nice operator shot from the side will be taken, and now the Spiders will have an operator to their name if they want it, and that's going to be very, very big if they choose to pick it up. I do not know if they did. I believe they did. So now the operator going to not be the favor of that Lobsters, and that's a big economic disadvantage.
I mean, something that we got to talk about here is a little bit of a miscommunication right here, that play in particular, where we saw Rezkin get spotted out on the B site, and it's not called out, which allows Rezkin to get 2 kills, 2 picks that are so crucial for the rest of the fight. The Lobsters not having a better communication there really turned the tide in favor of them, and Bachara gonna find a quick tour de force pickup. That pick is so monumental here.
Yeah, and you know, I mentioned there's not an operator on the side of Lobsters. I kind of forgot Chamber existed.
Yeah.
We're gonna see I miss him playing the gun game here, just to maybe bait out a shot or so. Tracker will be able to find Rezkin though all the way on this B site, gonna start to contest, and while doing so, we're also gonna see that these members of the Spiders are really spreading out, making it very difficult for the Lobsters to engage elsewhere. That tripwire going to also be on Garage, and we may see a fake push on the B side here.
It looks like that is what they're posturing to do. You have to be so careful. Secrets might be taking a couple stray shots through Garage. I miss him pushing forward the confidence. I really love this, especially. Oh my gosh, suddenly will find the wraparound, and unprepared are the rest of the Spiders. They're now down to a 2v5. Never mind, make that a 1v5 situation. Rainbow finds 2. That's an opening pick that they're gonna need, but still by themselves, and the rest of the Lobsters know where Rainbow is.
Yeah, and that was a really good play from Secrets, using that. There's definitely a, okay, I know what we can do. Bait yourself, we can walk in, maybe make them use an ability, and we go from there.
We did see that Gecko ultimate used very early in the beginning of this round. I don't think it got any value, unfortunately. Almost instantaneously destroyed. Tracker behind the entirety of the Spiders. How does this happen? Able to find 2 before being stopped and shut down by Rainbow. But that's a good pickup in order to get it back down to a 3v3 situation. Secrets will be suppressed, so has to back off of site, and the plant goes through. So the Spiders now on the defense and the Lobsters on the offense as Bachara takes this heaven approach.
Yeah, and this is kind of where you want to see that Sentinel lurk for now, is let them sort of take this long angle as they are going to jump down and finds one. Monkey Mode will find another one, and now it is a 1v3. Rainbow needs to find their way out. Monkey Mode will start the defuse, and no abilities will be there for Rainbow to throw nades onto the point. Secrets will find the pick, and now the Lobsters with another victory over the Spiders.
Oh man, and they were ready for the Spiders to pop out to that corner. The retake was beautiful from the Lobsters. They were all in position at the right time. Great way to use their utility in order to just make it difficult for the Spiders to really anticipate what was going to happen next. And we're on the last round before the swap. This has been going very quickly, and it's been so back and forth. The Lobsters just barely having a little bit of an advantage coming into this.
Yeah, and you know, as we look here, we can see that, you know, with this 7-4 lead, the Lobsters looking to make it 8-4, make it even that much more difficult for the Spiders. And also, the Lobsters on this defensive side, they need as many wins as they can as this attack defense. It's very difficult on the attack, especially on a map like Haven, to actually get onto said point, even though there are 3 sites, so you'll have normally a 2-2-1 defense. But you do have to be careful about this, as we are going to see Showstopper goes in, won't be able to find Monkey Mode, who's able to actually get out. I miss him using every ability now and nothing else, but the Spiders will be able to get on point because of it.
You know, when we were talking about the Lobsters having the ability to bait out utility, I don't think this is what the coaches were talking about. I miss him just getting a little bit too aggressive there and missing. Tracker gonna find 1, gonna find 2, has the knives out, will get taken down by Rezkin, who finds a second. Then Secrets finds 2 in response. Monkey Mode gets taken out by Spicy, and now we're down to a 2v1 situation. Spicy backing off, but of course, this is the last round before the swap. There is no reason for you to walk away. Oh, the fake defuse comes through. The ultimate is forced out, and Bachara with the operator will come through. Secrets gets the defuse. Lobsters go up 8-4 in the round, in the game.
really well played from the Lobsters. Like you mentioned, not maybe exactly what the coaches meant by when they said
Yeah,
baiting out materials, but that very last one, right, where they were able to bait out the Sova Hunter's
Yes.
Fury. That is what the coaches were talking about, right? How they were able to just fake that defuse, bait out that entire ultimate, and now, one, your Sova's out of position. They can't get back to that spiking time, and two, you have someone already watching. You know where that Sova Hunter's Fury is coming from. You're watching, you're ready to go. The second they get their gun back, you're already there. You're watching their head, and boom, you're taken down. So really, really well played from the Lobsters. Now going to be on the attacking side, and I think this is where that aggression is going to shine that we've seen so much of on this defense. Is now the Lobsters get to be extremely aggressive, can go absolutely crazy, and the Spiders are going to have to be very prepared for that, because if they play too passive, they're going to be running into a Lobster's aggression that they won't be able to come back from.
Yeah, something that they have to keep in mind, absolutely. I love watching Cypher set up. It is kind of almost cathartic for me to just watch Cypher set up and, oh, let me put a camera up here. Is that the right angle? Nah, let me reset the camera. Let me put it somewhere else. Let me make sure that my smoke is down, the tripwire's down in time. And I don't know, there's something enjoyable about watching that. So Spiders on the defense, how will they respond? The Lobsters, obviously we had a good back and forth between both the Lobsters and the Spiders. The Lobsters starting to run away with it a little bit. And I think Haven's one of those maps where when you have 3 sites, the attackers have a little bit of an advantage in the fact that the defenders are spread out and spaced out more than they potentially could be. Batra will get taken out in garage 2v1 situation. Tracker shoot through smokes. I don't think they realized how close they were. Gonna get flashed out. Rainbow finds 1. I miss him finds 2. And the Lobsters have almost nothing left, and they were not even able to find 1 member. And I miss him jumping through the smoke, finding the 3rd for the round.
Yeah, the Spiders, you know, I was saying that we're going to have to be careful of is the Lobsters' aggression, and that is true, right? The Lobsters were able to get onto that point, plant the spike, but then they kind of got lost, right? The Spiders waited for it. They wanted them to be aggressive. They were patient and let it happen, and so that once that spike was planted, they then were able to engage before the Lobsters even had time to stabilize and figure out where they wanted to hold that position of the bomb site, and now the Spiders were just able to sort of crawl on and shoot their webs of fury, and are now only at a 3-round deficit here. So really well played from the Spiders. The Lobsters not only need to be aggressive, but they need to find that stabilization very fast.
Yeah, I mean, they have that 3-round advantage, but I would say typically in the past we have seen that the teams that win the pistol round get to win the next couple of rounds, but we've seen both these teams pull out a thrifty win already in this series. So I think it is not beyond the realm of possibility to think that Lobsters may take these next rounds. It's going to be difficult with Monkey Mode getting taken out early by I Miss Him, but maybe the Lobsters can regroup after this and find the pick. At least finding any pick will help them out, because, I mean, last round they weren't even able to take down 1 member of the Spiders.
Yeah, so you know, when you can't take down that 1 member, it leaves it so open for the Spiders to defend on any point they want to defend on, to basically go wherever they want. They have so much utility. I mean, like we mentioned earlier, right? You have that 1 duelist. You have that double initiator with the KO and the Sova. You have that 1 smokes from Omen and the Sentinel of Cypher. Not only do you just have a lot of abilities there, but you have a lot of very site-controlling abilities. As a fight's going to start to happen here, K. Conan will find the first pick on the Secrets, or the second pick, I should say, in that fight. Tracker will find 1 on a Spicy, and now the Lobsters, it is a 3v4. As I say that, Rainbow able to take out Sunny Lee. Tracker watching on all these sites. Things are happening, and it's 1 member of Lobsters on each site. You only have about 6 seconds to plant that spike if you are Bartra, and you're kind of stuck here, right? The Spiders are just waiting for you to come in. You missed the shot, and now the Lobsters will take another, the Spiders will take another round, going up now 6-8 here.
Tracker is able to find an exit pick here. Might find another one. No, instead gets picked up by Rainbow. And unfortunately, it felt like the Lobsters were coming onto these sites. They were using their utility, but they were just looking the wrong ways when they were walking in. Getting shot from locations that they didn't realize where the rest of the Spiders were hiding out. Missing crucial shots and then just looking down in defeat. Or able to pick up some sort of kill, only get traded back out. Lobsters might have gotten a little bit too big for their britches in that first half of the game and might need just a quick check. I'm surprised we haven't seen a timeout just yet come out for the Lobsters so they can take a second to regroup, because right now they are not looking as strong as when we saw them on the defense.
Yeah, and so as we go into this matchup, the Spiders are able to adapt to the Lobsters. They're able to figure out what they're doing. And, I mean, as we see it, already that breach is gone for the side of the Lobsters. So really good play from the Spiders as they're just able to take this out. They're able to take these first intro picks, especially on members who are so crucial, such as a breach with that flash, with that stun.
No.
Tracker and Rezkin. Wait, Rezkin? I don't think Rezkin saw Tracker.
There it is. I was waiting for it. Rezkin didn't see Tracker. Tracker saw Rezkin and was just playing it very, very safe. Rezkin trying to set up the smokes, trying to get that one way, but instead leaves themselves open to be taken down.
Yeah, and now with that 4-on-4, Spiders and Lobsters are kind of even here, but we are going to see this A push come in. The Lobsters, a good rotation on their part. You know, they've already taken one that route on B, and we are going to see Tracker able to take out Spicy. So, good situation. I miss him. Going to grab the shorty, going to go in for the shot. Can't quite find it, though, as Monkey Mode will find them. Sunny Lee will get the plant started, and this is what the Lobsters need, as now they're already stabilized before that Spicy is even planted.
They are stabilized. They will get the full team kill as well. Spike is going to get planted, I believe, or maybe they left that on the ground. They will get the plant. Yeah, it looks like a little bit of some misplay, some missed time from the Spiders, and just good timing from the Lobsters, able to find those angles, able to peek when people aren't ready. I miss him going crazy. I respect that attempt so much, but not going to find anything after picking up the shorty and just satcheling in. Now Lobsters up 9-6, so in a very good position. They've got money in their favor, so they will have the ability to buy up, have some abilities, have some good guns, and take more of these rifle rounds.
Yeah, and I'm willing to bet, you know, I miss him going in with that shorty. Was definitely looking for that. I got my one. I got my one.
Yeah, that's it.
I got my one. That's what matters, friends. Secrets, going to fake the orb, try to see if maybe there's an operator sitting on the side. Spiders! Oh,
gosh.
Tracker.
Rezkin gets caught out by Tracker again.
Yeah, it's so unfortunate because Rezkin is so aggressive with these smokes, but always places the smokes in the very aggressive situations, and Tracker's already going in already. Like, we've seen so much aggression come in from Tracker where Tracker just kind of walks and hopes for the best, and Tracker 9 times out of 10 is going to find someone caught off guard, and has done that so many times. And with that intro pick for the side of the Lobsters, now you have no smokes to the Spiders, right? You still have an Astra if you are the Lobsters, so you have so much capability to just block off every angle and everything that the Spiders maybe want to hold from, as we are going to see a lot of Gecko utility will be forced in. Rainbow is going to be flashed. Gecko will find Monkey Mode, but will be traded it back. Rainbow able to find 2, but Churia will find Rainbow, so now it's back to a 2v2.
2v2 situation, and unfortunately Lobsters just giving so much space to the Spiders. It doesn't matter as Tracker finds 2. That's 3 for the round. Tracker looking so strong. I mean, look at this, 23-10.
Yeah, I mean, Tracker really living up to that duelist role of going in, finding the first pick, and then finishing off the best they can with anything else that may be there. I mean, able to find Rezkin so early on in the fight and then finding those final 2 picks as a duelist should, right? 23-10, doing such an incredible good job right now. And this Chamber as well, 18-11, this Sentinel that I like to call a Sentinel duelist hybrid.
Yeah.
Because of how well Chamber can just kind of go in, get a first pick, and get out, especially once you have that Tour de Force online as well. So the Lobster is able to find these first picks, especially on members such as a Cypher, such as an Omen, that really get rid of that security of a site for the side of the Spiders.
Man, I miss him. Really loving these shorties. We'll have this close angle here. It's up to the Lobsters to check it or at least clear it. Spicy throwing in the drone as well. Will spot, just barely not spot out 2 members of the Lobsters. Good weight from the Lobsters. Secrets using some util. Checking the corner. Tracker will get the pickup first up. Monkey Mode's going to find a pickup as well. And now we're already in a 5v3 situation as Batra finds K-Konen.
And with this, the Lobsters in such a good position. The spike's already planted, and they've already waited. Tracker, speaking of waiting. Oh, no.
No way.
Oh, going to bait out the shorty shots. And Tracker able to take out Rezkin. Really was just waiting for Rezkin, knew someone may have been lurking in that corner, whether it had been a Shorty or a Vandal or a Phantom or a Judge, kind of just waited, was like, all right, I know you're probably holding this corner, so I'm going to bait you with the dash, baited the shots. No bullets left, and Rezkin was taken down. Really well played coming out from the Lobsters. Like I said, Tracker being one of those players that is able to kind of track what the enemy team wants to do and find these really fast intro picks, finding the vital picks, not even intro, right? It's one thing to take out the Rays, right? I miss him. It's another to take out all the smokes or all the utility of your enemy team, and that is exactly what Tracker is doing. So not only just finding a pick, but finding such crucial picks that bring the fight forward for the Lobsters. Secrets is also going to do that, as well as Rezkin will be the first one to fall. Smoke's gone for the Spiders.
I mean, I do want to say, unfortunately, Rezkin just feels like they keep getting picked out time and time again. Maybe it's wrong place, wrong time, or just Rezkin constantly getting caught out with their utility and unfortunately can't do too much about it. Tracker will get taken down. Imis finds Sunly as well. So this is the opportunity. 3v3 situation. The defuse is coming through. Spicy gets taken down by Monkey Mode, who finds 2, and Secrets finishes off Rainbow. Lobsters 12-6. They are in such a good position to finish out this game. They have been looking phenomenal all game so far and just continue to hold this lead, to continue their momentum.
Yeah, and with this, right, you're one round away from taking game number 1 in this best of 3. Remember, folks, it is a best of 3.
Best of 3.
It's still possible for the Spiders to bring this one back. Spicy with some spicy lineups already waiting for this recon bolt going in, ready to shoot it down. But Lobsters in a very good situation. You have 3 ultimates online as well. You have knives, tour de force, and then you have basically a mobile version of the Killjoy ultimate for Lobsters on Gecko. And now we're going to see Spicy get very, very aggressive, but that the drone won't be able to find anyone, and they're just going to walk onto C-site, and all that's there is the Cypher.
I love this play. They saw there's a lot of utility being expanded onto A site and decided to just rotate over to C. They pick up K-Conan, and they just know what to expect. I miss him. Will find Bachara from behind, but again, the Lobsters know what to expect. The spike is planted so they can stall out just a little bit longer. Suddenly in this close angle, I really like this position, especially if you have some of the Lobsters just peeking their heads out. Oh my goodness, Tracker going to find 1, Suddenly going to find 2, and Spicy, what are you doing? Check your corners. I don't know how many times we have to say this, but check your corners. If you're playing attack shooter, please, I beg, check your corners.
I think I need to get Alex a shirt that just says check your corners on it. And just one day, I'm going to give it to you on broadcast. And hopefully, maybe that'll happen for one of the teams.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I talk about it so much, whether it's CSGO or whether it's Valorant, whenever we're talking about, even Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Whenever we're talking about these shooters where there are corners where players can play a little ratty, they can be hidden off in the corner, you have to check your corners. I know you want to push forward. I know you want to keep going. I know you want to run in there guns blazing, for glory, all of that, but if you don't check your corners, there's no glory to be had.
I entirely agree, and going into game number 2, I think what I need to see more of is I need to see a little bit more adaptation, 1 coming from the Spiders, but 2 also, I need to see, especially Rezkin, back up a little bit, right? Be a little bit more patient and use their utility, not as an aggressive play, but just sort of use it to secure a site rather than trying to go in and then sort of rush forward. So, let's quickly take a look at some of these replays that we did see of this first matchup here. But, it's so interesting to see going into that matchup that, it was going so well for the Spiders at first.
It was. The Spiders were keeping up with the Lobsters. We were seeing those trades back and forth, and then the Lobsters just started running away with it. And sometimes that's what happens. The economy is just fully in favor, and they just ride that momentum forward. Or we see things where maybe there's a breakdown of communication, even in some of the chaos for a lot of these team fights. The chaos kind of encompassed some of the spiders, and it felt like communication broke down, or they just weren't ready. They weren't looking at the right spots when they needed to be, and at the end of the day, they were just losing those gunfights.
Yeah, but that was only game number 1. There still are potentially 2 more for the spiders, 1 more for the lobsters. I believe we have some replays. I could be wrong, but I do believe we have some replays. So let's go ahead and check those out. And as we head into summer, are you looking for unique and customizable footwear that's both stylish and comfortable? Well, then look no further than iSlidesUSA.com. iSlidesUSA.com is all about making a statement with your footwear. Whether you're hitting the beach or just lounging around the house, their slides are the perfect addition to any outfit. Scan the QR code or use promo code esports15 at checkout for 15% off your purchase. Because there's some nice slides. You can see some in the bottom left while all these amazing plays are happening. So go get yourself a pair, esports15, folks, at the wonderful website of iSlidesUSA.com.
Yeah, a lot of great things there. Yeah, you got code wishes, you got esports15, lots of things. You can scan that QR code, lots of great things you can do with iSlide, so make sure to pick yourself up some slides. And while we're talking about it, let's slide into talking about this replay here, where we saw some amazing shots from the chamber. Batra was really hitting these things, but I feel like the person we have to talk about on the lobsters is Tracker.
Yeah.
This Jet really being so aggressive, finding the right times to come in. A lot of times it was on Reskin, who instead of having their gun out had a utility out. But that's
painful.
That's so sad that they clipped that. I'm so sorry. The miss and then put your head down in shame. Obviously, I understand you're trying to make it difficult for them to get the headshot, but it just feels like, oh no, I missed.
Yeah, I entirely know how that feels. But see, that's with my smoke thing again, right?
Yeah, you're going in forward with
walk in forward. They see the gun barrel first. They're ready to shoot, and you can see a slight little jiggle of the mouse as well when that happens, as they can see the gun barrel and they immediately check back up on the head. So it really go in sideways. Go in sideways. It'll do you wonders in your comp games and in this. But we are going to head to a quick little segment. It's a wonderful VOD review. So before the break, we're going to see some of the clutch moments that anyone can learn from. So let's go ahead, check with Fish from Esports Tower, do a little VOD review. Then we'll take a break, and we'll be right back with game number 2.
Hey everybody, Michael Fisher here again with an Esports Tower VOD review. Today we're in Valorant, and joining me to break down this clip is Coach Halter, the head Valorant coach at Esports Tower. Coach Halter, what are we taking a look at here today?
So today, Fish, we head to Haven to see how your team can recover from a round 1 loss with a bit of creativity in today's clutch breakdown. After a loss on your first round, Keikonen is forced to save money this round. So different strategies can be implemented. And here, he's going to show us our first, lurking. Getting a pick is essential in this game. And here, this allows his team to move forward. After the initial take on B fails, Chaos is your best friend. So Resking picks up a kill, really importantly, and goes for the spot. And now, after a miraculous escape, and what we're going to see, a crucial pick by Keikonen, he goes for a hero play, which is going to leave Reskin in a bad situation if it fails. So he goes for the tag, gets into sight, and he leaves Reskin alone, but with his location unknown. There are many things you can do in these scenarios. You can go for the isolated 1v1s. You can secure the plant. Remember that creativity is your best ally. And after a quick rotation and a safe plant, Reskin is now forced into a position that can allow for him to win this round. And as we can see, Reskin chooses a risky approach for something that we call trigger discipline. And now it's time to wait for his prey. And a reminder, always check your corners. Now, let's watch this in real time.
Spike planted. One enemy remaining. Clutch.
That was fun.
this time you put in summer, fall, morning, afternoon. Now's your time. You're right here. You've done all the work. Now just make it happen. You have to earn your stripes. We can't win unless we're the most physical team. You have to earn it. Let's lock in. This is it. Go, go, go! You want to stay in this court? We're not giving you anything. You earn it. Get back! Get back! Hit deep. This is the time right now. Can't put it off until tomorrow. On the clock. This is where you gotta be at your best. You've been practicing all summer. Now you gotta make it happen. Now get a stop. One time, get a stop. It's now or never.
You want to rank up in Overwatch or Valorant? Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. We'll match you with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up.
We're children of the sun.
Hello and welcome back, folks. We are back once more, calm and ready to go. Why would you ever be calm? Calm? Probably not the right word to use. You are hyped and ready to go.
I was going to say, we're hyped up for this. This is Grand Finals Valorant. We saw an amazing Game 1. It is now time for the Lobsters to either sweep and let us go home, or for the Spiders to step up to the challenge and start fragging out of their minds. Take us to Game 3.
Yeah, question is, who will that be? But before we go into that, we do want to take a quick moment to congratulate all of the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from the clubs and have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last 3 months, Esports Tower Club members have received over $4.5 million in scholarship awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but worked hard academically and have earned these scholarship opportunities. The players on this list are talented, hardworking, and driven, and we cannot be more excited and proud to see all the opportunities these players are getting.
Yeah, huge shout out to Esports Tower. Huge shout out to these students, these athletes, these competitors who have really been doing more than just playing Valorant. They've also been doing well academically. They've been doing well extracurricularly. They've been killing it. And I love to see them succeed and be rewarded for succeeding. So always great to see that.
Yeah, and so now as we get ready to go into game number 2, speaking of succeeding, we mentioned a little bit, but let's talk a little bit more of what we need to see from the Spiders, what we need to see more of, and that specifically is I want to see more utility used without the cost of lives.
Yeah.
I want to see more smokes used from Reskin. I want to see more of the Cypher utility used from a just defensive on the point standpoint. I want to see more of that from these players rather than seeing some of like the situations where they're trying to use their abilities just to be aggressive. I want them to work as a team. I want to see more cooperative play so that they work together and stop the Lobsters' advance.
I think what I want to see out of the Spiders is them feeling more confident to take these gunfights. We know that they have some really heavy hitters on their side.
Yep.
And so when we look at it, Spicy, Reskin, K. Conan, these members who have been in the past have fragged out of their minds, who have been getting those kills, who have been taking those trades, we didn't really see that as much out of them. Yeah. Reskin kept getting caught out with their hands out, not with the gun out. So I'd like to see them feeling more confident to take these trades, more confident to take these gunfights, and really show off their skills because they have them, and because we know that they can take these fights. They just unfortunately got caught in some compromising positions.
Yeah, and it looks like the match is already ready. So once more, let us get into it, see how the Spiders can come back from this. And it does look like from the side of Spiders, we are going to see a Sova, Astra, KO, Cypher, Jet. So a little bit different. We'll see that Astra instead of that Omen. And on the side of the Lobsters, we're going to see Jet, Astra, Phoenix, Yoru, KO. Triple duelist for the side of the Lobsters.
This is an interesting pick for sure. I like it. I like the creativity that could come out here. We'll just have to see if it works. Again, Lobsters feeling good. They're riding that high, that momentum, and they might be able to take the sweep, or they might just be taken back to a Game 3. It's really up to the Spiders right now to see what they can do.
Yeah, and as right before this fight goes, if you look at the bottom left of your screen, iSlides has teamed up with Esports Tower. So scan that QR code and use the promo code esports15 at checkout for 15% off your purchase. And while that's happening, kills on either side are coming out right now. I miss him, only at 2 HP. Someone go save them. As Bachelor will just take the blind to their own hand. Reskin will fall. And now 1v2, Spiders up right now.
Spiders up right now. But I will say the Astra on the side of the Spiders, very, very low. Spike gets planted. I miss him. We'll be piloting the Astra for right now. And Bachara going up into heaven has to be very careful. This is a dangerous situation to be in, especially when you have both of these players under heaven just waiting to hear the step. And oh my gosh, look at this. That's just mean. Oh, we'll find the feet. Oh no, you check your corners. Rainbow will get that pick up. And Spiders taking the pistol round once again.
Yeah, that was a really good job coming in from the Spiders there. Able to take that corner angle, and both of them sitting in hell and not going to really let the Lobsters do what they want to do. We saw that the Yoru thought that one of the other members of Spiders would have been hiding elsewhere on a site, watching it from a different angle, but they weren't. They both were holding hell, and that was a really good play from the Spiders, but we've seen this before. We've seen the Spiders up before, so now can the Spiders keep this lead? Like we've mentioned before, a pistol round normally means we can take the next round, but we've also seen that both these teams do the exact opposite.
Absolutely. And something interesting to note here, two things actually. We do see the early Marshall pickup, so keep your eyes on that. I believe it is in the hands of the Jet for the Spiders. But something else to keep in mind as well, we talked about Spicy needing to step up. And I think the coaches thought that maybe Spicy needed a second to step down. So Corclez will be subbing in for Spicy in this game. So keep your eyes on that. See what Corclez can do instead. We do see the Spiders break onto that B site and some trades happen, but it is a 4v3 situation. Rezkin knows where that Jet player is. Tracker will get away with peeking out, and Rezkin finds a pick onto monkey mode instead.
With that 3v2 at the moment, someone's in boathouse. Rezkin's able to find Tracker. Korkla is able to find Bachara. And now Spiders, another round taken, only 2 members lost. That's really good for their economy as well here, as we're going to be able to see already buying Vandals. All 3 teams will do so. Spiders going to be up in the lead right now, and every round you can take on attack is a great round to take, because now it's going to be even easier for you on that defensive side. So Lobsters definitely need to find their adaptation, because they can't be nearly as aggressive on Ascent with all these different corners, with all these different angles that the Spiders can be coming from. If you're aggressive, then you're going to be the ones having to check your corners, and the Lobsters may not want to do that on a map like this.
Absolutely not. And yeah, I think it's all about finding your rhythm here. And right now the Lobsters haven't quite found it. They're looking a little uncomfortable. They had such a good game 1, and game 2 has not started out the way that they'd like to. But we saw something kind of similar for game 1, where they started out a little bit slow, and all they needed was someone like Tracker to find an early pick like they do onto Rainbow. And we have the entirety of the Spiders in mid right now. Tracker might be for a rude awakening. Never mind. Batra will shoot through the smoke and finds one. Tracker will miss the shots, throws on smoke to get away, and somehow makes it out alive. How? It doesn't matter. Sunny will get taken down. Mid is still happening. Secrets finds one in the bag. It doesn't hit the one he was aiming for, but it doesn't matter. At least finds one trade. A 3v2 situation. Spiders going back to Old Faithful. That B site has been their saving grace, and Tracker ready for that member waiting. The plant will come through, so that's a little bit extra money. Rezkin just waiting here. Very patient. In a 1v3 situation, gets flashed out, but the patience is there. Phoenix on the monkey mode will find the last pick, and Lobsters finally find the win that they need to retaliate. We talked about monkey mode playing this Gecko, kind of one-tricking this Gecko, but hey, you weren't expecting the Phoenix, we weren't either, but it's been working out so far.
Yeah, and you know, that's the thing when it comes to the Lobsters running this sort of triple duelist, is it's takes the Spiders a little off guard, but also gives them that aggression, right? I mean, you have 3 flashes on your team.
Are we about to see that Tokyo Drift?
Potentially, we are going to see the Lobsters ready to use this Yoru ultimate. But one thing I do mention here is the Lobsters did a really good job last round of taking the trades, of taking that advantage, saying, okay, fine, you take one of us, we'll take one of you in return. And doing so, Sunny Lee will find Rezkin an early pick for the side of the Lobsters, starting this one off very, very strong, taking out that duelist. But as we mentioned on Haven earlier, a duelist getting lost is not terrible. A smoke, on the other hand, not ideal.
Not ideal indeed. And something else I want to talk about is last round we saw the Spiders kind of grouping up awkwardly in mid, where it just looked like they didn't know where they wanted to go. Tracker will get caught out in the middle of this A site, finds one before getting taken down. Batra will find one as well. Batra finds 2, finds 3, and just like that, the Lobsters tied up 2-2. Batra finding 3 picks in that round.
Really good job from Bachara, able to find 3 picks, some great crosshair transference there, able to find some really good picks and go forward. We are going to see that Shock Dart even condenses in 35 HP, but the Lobsters able to even this series back up. Bachara 7-2 at the moment, really playing that duelist role as they should. And now that we're even, both teams, while we are going to see the Spiders a little bit low on this financing, Lobsters, on the other hand, will have the ability to buy these guns, will have the ability to go forward and take this aggressive angle. And Sunny Lee already going to be watching, but won't quite find Corklez in time. And immediately, the Marshall shot in return finds the smoke for the side of the Lobsters. And now a fight's going to come in tree, but trades on either side. The Spiders still have the lead.
Oh, no. I don't know what happened here. Lobsters have had these angle advantages, these peak advantages, and just haven't been able to finish them off. Monkey Mode will find a 3rd for the round. Monkey Mode holding it down. There's the 4th. Almost finds the ace. So I was just talking about how I don't know how the Lobsters were not winning these trades when they had the angle advantage, and Monkey Mode here to prove me wrong, where they are just sitting all at the right spots, all in the right places.
And they know exactly what they're doing to do it with a nice 4-piece there, like you mentioned, Alex. Now the Lobsters up 3 unanswered rounds from the Spiders. Really, really good. We've seen some really good things come out from them so far, and now we are going to see if the Lobsters can continue to keep this aggression, continue to keep this lead, as we've already mentioned, right? Lobsters only need 1 more to take this grand final series.
They just need 1. Rezkin finally finding that opening pick, realizing, hey, I can't keep getting picked first. I got to pick someone else first. And starting off with Tracker is definitely where you want to be if you're in the shoes of the Spiders.
I think that's some vengeance right there.
Yeah, taking down that pesky other Jet player really feels good. It allows you to make so much space, and you don't need to worry as much about, hey, where is Tracker? Is Tracker going to get a 4-piece on us?
That probably is really the question that's in the back of your heads the whole game is, wait, where's Tracker?
Yeah, where is Tracker? We are going to see Run It Back used, and Monkey Mode will get taken down in the Run It Back, but then comes back as the name of the ability states, but a 2v5 situation. Lobster's not in a great spot, and they're also caught out in these corners. A flawless for the Spiders comes out as there is nowhere to run for the remaining members of the Lobsters.
That is the type of stabilization, rotation, and concentration you want to see from the Spiders. Just able to relax, stay calm, let the Lobsters get aggressive, adapt to that play style, and the Spiders able to find all those picks without losing a single member of their team. Bachar will also pull out the operator here, so really a big financial investment, but 2,400 creds, you'll definitely have enough to buy once more. Tracker also looking at buying this operator here. 2 ops for the side of the Lobsters.
Oh,
Tracker
no.
won't be able to find I miss him, and actually does miss him.
Does miss him, yeah.
And now we will see with this, the Spiders already up 2 members on this attacking side just because of the aggression that the Lobsters had.
Ooh, and now they're down another member. Corklaz will win the fight in mid, and that is so big. Mid control completely in favor of the Spiders. They can go wherever they want, but of course they're looking at A right now. Only 1 member here. That's Monkey Mode. Monkey Mode has done it before. Can we see them do it again? 4-piece incoming, maybe. The plant is good. They've been staying out of the sight lines. Secret's coming up to heaven to help out Monkey Mode. But they have to be careful here. Will get spotted out from the dart. Smokes are out. I miss him climbing up. I love this aggressive play. Gonna be so aggressive. Looks like I miss him might be pushing through the smoke. Secrets and Monkey Mode both find one in the pass. I miss him gets behind Secrets. Monkey Mode has to be careful here. They know where he is. The flash is good. The shots are almost good. 11 health. Time is ticking away. 1v1 situation. Full health Astra. I miss him finding the 3rd and finding the round win.
Spiders with a phenomenal re-engage there. Saw some really good aggression coming out from a Tracker as well. Able to just kind of, and sort of walk up, say hi, how are you doing? I miss him walking up and able to find those nice picks. And now we're going to see a very bad economic situation for the Lobsters. If they lose this one, they're likely going to be back on a thrifty buy. The Spiders winning this one will put them at a very good economic advantage. I mean, if you're the Spiders, you're feeling very, very comfortable right now.
You have to be feeling good. And, I mean, that whole round was brought to you by I Miss Him. It's surprising to see that I Miss Him isn't top fragging right now. Will eat a little bit of damage as they cross from Tracker. I'm so surprised that Tracker will take this angle again, but it works out this time. They don't get picked out. Batra eating a ton of damage and just gets sprayed down through the smoke, and the Spiders are content with that. They get their pick and they walk away. I love this patience that we're seeing out of the Spiders, the way that they're sticking together, they're making sure their rotations are tight. This is looking good. This is almost looking like a different Spiders team than we saw in Game 1.
And this is what you want to see, right? You want to see them more patient. You want to see them using their utility, not going for these gun battles, not getting aggressive with their utility, but using their utility as a unit. And we are going to see this Astra wall will cosmically divide that entire heaven here. Tracker going to get aggressive. We'll find one. Keiko will find one as well, but Tracker now with 2 picks, 3 on 3. Lobsters and Spiders. Spike going to not get planted yet here. Enemies have been revealed due to that Cypher ultimate. I Miss Him will start the plant. And Hell will be covered as well, but Cork is on the flank.
Oh, and Corklez will find secrets. Where is Tracker? Tracker rotated all the way around, but I guess wasn't ready for them to stick on to B. Thought they might be pushing, or stick on to A. Maybe thought they were pushing to B. Unfortunately, doesn't quite get it. Tracker taken down by Corklez. Now it's a 1v2, a 1v3 situation. They know where this Astra is. Sunny Lee will try their best, but gets taken down by Corklez, who picks up 4 for the round.
That's another beautiful 4-piece that we have seen in this game so far. Through the smoke, you always hate to see those. They just kind of happen, and you don't really know why. Tracker, that unfortunate rotation over to B, that sort of slight miscommunication of the team. And now, Lobsters completely broke at the moment, have no money to go forward, are going to be on this low buy against Spiders who have more than enough money.
Yeah, I do question that move from Tracker. Maybe a miscommunication coming out where they just weren't ready, or maybe there's a call to rotate mid. I don't know what happened there. If Tracker had stayed, that fight may have been different, but what's in the past is in the past. 1 health for Batra, finds 2 with the headshots. Oh my gosh, can he find more? Alone on site. Never mind, teleport out of sight. I lied. Not alone on site anymore. Monkey mode, finding 1 in the past, and Lobsters. The monsters on the Sheriffs, apparently.
Yeah, we'll see Corklez actually use the Sova Hunter's Fury. Actually will find Bachira Tracker, 100 HP, 25 shield. Will find 1, will be traded out. Really good play coming in from the Spiders there, but the Lobsters started off really strong. Actually sort of put some fear into the Spiders. They're able to find 2 beautiful headshots. Secrets did fall in that fight, though. Keep that in mind. This Hunter's Fury really helped to open up that fight for the Spiders, knowing where Tracker was going to be coming from. They were prepared for it. They were ready for it. 1 did fall, but Corkley is able to take that side angle and finish it up in return. But now Spiders on the attacking side currently at 6. 3 more rounds before this halftime commences. Spiders are doing a really good job adapting to the Lobsters' playstyle.
I mean, yeah, the Spiders have been looking so strong. We know they have very strong players. Monkey Mode finds 1-4 getting taken down. Of course, running back was active, and I don't know where Tracker was looking. Thought he got the pick and got out, but instead doesn't finish off the kill, and instead gets finished off instead. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. 4-4, and the site is wide open. A is where they're attacking. Spike is already planted. It's going to be a retake out of the Lobsters, and this time they actually do have the manpower and the utility to make something happen. It's not a 1v3 situation. Rainbow, though, oh my gosh, Rainbow and I Miss Him, bringing it down to a 1v4 situation.
Yeah, and just like that, the Spiders, another round goes in their favor relatively fast. No ultimates used. The Spiders really just sort of walked in, let the Lobsters get aggressive with that Phoenix ultimate ability of run it back. one member did fall for the side of the Spiders, but it didn't really affect them, right? They wanted the Lobsters to feel like they could rush in after that, and that's exactly what they did. And once they were able to find that pick, they started walking forward. Operator will be bought from Corkless for the side of the Spiders, but once the Lobsters started walking in, the Spiders took advantage, found some picks, got sight freely, and just stabilized and watched every angle, made sure that no one could get to where they needed to be. But this also shows the power of this Astra, being able to smoke off, as we see here, both of these choke points. And I mean, this Astra is just so incredibly good, because now you're kind of stuck there. We are going to see Cosmic Divide also come out. Tracker will find a pick onto Reskin, but with this Cosmic Divide, you're kind of stuck here.
Oh, Tracker looking for more. I miss him. Will find one. The plant is good. Like you said, this Cosmic Divide is so good. What? How on earth does K-Conan make it out of that? Tracker? What happened?
The joy of Cosmic Divide, Alex. You can't shoot through it. Rainbow will find Tracker, finds another one, and Rainbow will fall down to Sunny Lee, who only has about 7 HP left, or so 2 HP.
2
actually.
HP.
Sunny Lee's able to find one, but I miss him in return. Will take them out. Spiders, another very, very good victory for them, using only that Cosmic Divide, which K-Cohen was able to really use to their advantage. Tracker was spotted out by the Sova Dart, and this is that power that the initiators have and the controllers have of a map like Ascent. Is you're able to secure a site with one smoke, show where the entire enemy team is with one recon arrow, and now you're fully set for the rest of the matchup.
You are set indeed. And speaking of set, this is one last time for the Lobsters to set up a defense before we swap over. And Ryan, are you a spiritual man?
I know what you're about to ask me, Alex. And, you know, when it comes to that superstitious 9-3 curse, here's the thing. Normally that happens on the defensive side.
It does indeed. And, I mean, I will say, we haven't seen the team do this well on Ascent in a minute on that attacking side. Spiders looking like a different team. Looking like we're going to see a 9-3 finish here, especially with Reskin getting aggressive and winning that angle, winning that trade. Only 2 members remaining for the Lobsters. What is happening? Only one? How? Wait a second. How do you lose that? Reskin winning all of the gunfights, even when maybe they shouldn't have.
I think Reskin kind of heard us from last game and said, you know what, these casters are being a little bit too cruel. And then decided to just say, okay, never mind. I'm going to now use the wonderful Jet hero or agent and and find these picks. Now, this was an interesting interaction, though, that they both walked through the smoke. But these agents really doing a good job of finding their picks. These players doing a great job of finding exactly what they need to now. Spiders 9-3. The 9-3 curse.
9-3 curse
is a thing, friends. Normally on the defensive side, if you're superstitious and you're a fan of the Lobsters, who knows? If you're the Spiders, your only job now, stay calm, adapt your playstyle to the attacking side.
And get 4
defensive
round
side.
wins. That's
My
all.
bad.
That's all you need. I will say something that I do want to talk about while these players are getting ready to take this pistol round is we talk so much about Spicy and the work that they could do, but this swap, this trade has been so good. Right now, Korkla is sitting on top of the leaderboard for the Spiders and just able to make so much. And of course, as we're talking, Batra will find 2, back down to a 2v2 situation. Secrets gets taken down by Reskin, a 1v2 situation. Batra all by their lonesome. The spike is away and looks away at the wrong time, gets timinged. Reskin finds another one, and Spiders go up once more, winning yet another pistol round. So they've got money in the bank. That is just one step closer to winning out this game.
Now, see, Alex, I like to think about this in a long-term standing, okay? Spiders win this one probably, go 11. Just because they have that pistol round advantage, they're able to buy some guns, okay? Then they're up 11-3. You're in round 12 now, okay? Or potential round 12, where both teams will have a gunfight. If the Spiders win, then the Lobsters are stuck on a round 13 or a match point situation where they have no money.
Yep.
So you're in a very interesting spot right here Rainbow and Keiko and will find Monkey Mo, and okay, Pix are just going to go out flying from the Spiders right now. Sunny Lee will also get spotted, and now Spiders, as I mentioned, going to be able to take this round.
Oh my gosh, and Sunny Lee just taking down Keiko, and we'll find the third, and that's a flawless for the Spiders. I think it's as expected, right? Coming into that round immediately after the pistol, one team just has money to buy up, and one team just doesn't. So Lobsters, they can either wallow in a little bit of money and buy up a little bit, which it looks like we're seeing some sheriffs come out here, or they could try to full buy or half buy at this point and make something happen, because like you said, if they lose this round, they might be running in with a little money if they bought up. I think because they're saving their money here, they will have some money to contest this match point. But either way, it's a bleak situation for the Lobsters right now.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea for the for the Lobsters to do, is just buy these Sheriffs.
Yep.
Not go for these guns at the moment, just in case the Spiders do win. If you can take the thrifty round, great, right? But if you don't, now you can take gun battle for potentially this final round. But so many have to win. You're in such a precarious situation now, and smokes are going to come out. But the Spiders can't get cocky right now, right? They can't get overconfident. The flash comes out, though. Rainbow will find one, will get dinked a couple times, but will survive it. Will be able to get out. Now the Spiders starting up one of the three duelists down for the Lobsters. Now the Initiator gone. There is a controller, but what are you going to do here with all these rifles the Spiders have?
There's so much. I mean, especially now where the Lobsters are just caught out. They are spotted out. They're caught out. Even Rezkin's just running in with the pistol instead. Kaioken will find another pick, and the Spiders up 12-3. This is match point. The Lobsters doing everything they can to hold back this tide, but it hasn't been enough just yet. But now they have money. They will be able to buy up.
Yes.
Is it enough?
And, you know, that's the thing, right? Is now the Lobsters are in a do-or-die situation. If they win this, great, right? Now you can go forward with guns, but if you lose this, one, you lose the round, but two, now you're in a even game 3. You've already played a lot of rounds. That mental fortitude is going to start to go down.
No.
Rezkin doesn't need a rifle here. Going to just use a Marshall and finds 2 picks. And that's both the Initiators. Now it's just duelists for the side of the Lobsters, who will find their picks, though. Now it's a 2v3. The Lobsters definitely can win this. Rainbow throws in a flash. Going to just do a 360. A lot of things are happening right now. And Bachira comes out on top.
What a messy fight we just saw there. Both members are turning away from the flash, trying to get the advantage, and they ended up losing each other. Rezkin does spot out one, but does eat a little bit of damage. It's a 1v3 situation. Rezkin only has Marshall in hand and Monkey Mode ready for it to shut them down. Lobsters stay alive for a little bit longer, but a 4-12 situation is looking dire for the Lobsters. They need to keep up this push.
Yeah, and this is what I am a little worried now, though, right? Is now the Spiders only need one more. They have the money. The Lobsters, on the other hand, as we did see for just a quick moment there, some of them are forced to do light shields. The members that did die for the Lobsters, you know, they're not going to be able to buy fully. Okay, so you're now not going to be fully suited up, right? You're going to be at about a 4/5 of a buy, where the Spiders have this advantage, and they only need one round. And we're going to see Bachira is going to go in strong. Already going to spot out a Cypher. We're going to see if the Spiders can take this one as, oh, the one-way smoke is gruesome.
Oh, it is so good, and I mean, they will eventually take down that Spider member sitting on site, but it might not be enough. Sunny Lee finds another in the form of Rainbow. The Astro Ultimate goes down as well, so they are have to be careful here. Heaven is shooting down from above. Rezkin finds one. It's a 2v3 situation, 2v2 situation, 1v2 situation. As Korklez finds it, I miss him, finishes it up, and Sunny Lee will be the last. 13-4, a very different series than what we saw in Game 1. The Spiders completely shifting that pendulum of momentum in their favor, not even allowing the Lobsters to really breathe at all during that attack.
Yeah, and so now we're going to see the Spiders up once again, another match up there going forward, ready to go, ready to take this victory, but you still have one more map to go. This is a best of 3, but this is also the grand finals you kind of expect to see. So
Yeah.
we've already seen some great plays in game 1. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the replays from the match we just saw before we even think about talking about what we need to see for the next best game. And as we take a look at this, if you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice too. It's a great way to score exposure if you are looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship.
Yeah, and a lot of these colleges nowadays are offering scholarships, offering full rides, offering some sort of, working salary, something like that. What's the word? I can't think of the word right now. But yeah,
Work study.
Work study. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a lot of collegiate programs out there. So definitely want to get yourself recognized, and especially when we're looking at colleges where some of these colleges are beating out professional teams. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Pro-Am, Overwatch. Yeah, but there's a lot of great talent, and schools big and small are all getting interested and invested in esports, so you don't want to miss out when you could be, getting a scholarship.
Could be getting a scholarship, and I'm willing to bet most of the players in this lobby that we just saw will be getting a scholarship to whatever college they choose to go to, because they were going absolutely wild, and that was only game number 2. We saw some great adaptation coming out from the Spiders. So going into game number 3, first off, I think the Spiders just play as they were. Right. Yeah. I think that is the top level of Spiders that we expect to see. That's the Spiders we want to see. And for the Lobsters, now we need to see some adaptation on their part, right? We need to see how they want to go about into that next matchup, who they want to play, how they want to attack, because I do believe the next map would be split. So the Lobsters will have some time to think about that before we go on to the break.
Yeah, what are we splitting the next map into? Anyways, no, I agree. I think the Spiders, they took kind of what we were talking about, and they used it, right? Where we were talking a lot about how I personally thought that the Spiders are very competent in their gun skill. They just needed to play confident. Yeah. And they did that, right? We saw Rezkin actually playing aggressive, playing into that jet, which allowed them to have the gun in hand more often than when we saw the Omen getting picked out early. Yeah. Rezkin was struggling a little bit in the beginning, but then got the feet under them. Rainbow, Corclez, both of them at the top of the scoreboard at the end of the series. Both of them just looking very, very strong, finding those trades, finding those picks, and being confident in it too, where we saw an early Marshall pickup from Corclez in, round 2 or 3, where they just knew that they wanted to get aggressive, they wanted to hold mid, and they did it perfectly.
Yeah, and, next up we will have that wonderful game number 3, but of course we're going to take a quick little break, and when we come back we will see if the Lobsters will be able to clip the Spiders, or if the Spiders will be having seafood tonight.
How do I bring the energy?
You want to rank up in Overwatch or Valorant? Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. We'll match you with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up.
Hello and welcome back, folks. Boo to you and hello to everyone here because we got game number 3 coming at you in this best of 3 grand finals series. You couldn't have asked for anything else, Alex.
Now, I mean, when we talk about grand finals and best of 3s, going the distance is exactly what you want. And I think we saw really the Lobster gameplay was exemplified in game 1 and the Spider gameplay was exemplified in game 2, where both these teams were showing off what they can do and how they can do it very, very well. Game 1, the Lobsters looked amazing. They were doing what they needed to do, baiting out a lot of utility, using a lot of utility in a very, strong manner. They were catching these rotations. They were rotating very well. And then in game 2, the Spiders were just on a different level. They were winning these gunfights. They were taking these trades. They were grouping up and just using the man advantage completely to their advantage.
Yeah, and it looks like, from that, we're going to see, can the Lobsters adapt once more to the Spiders? Or, as mentioned, will the Spiders be having some seafood for a celebration dinner tonight as a team? I guess we're about to find out as the players are ready to go. Game number 3 is already up and ready. Alex, you said you wanted to see a Sage. We're going to see Sage, Omen, Raze, Fade, and KO. And then for the Lobsters, we'll see a Chamber, Raze, Omen, Gecko, and KO.
I do like the Sage. I also like the Gecko as well, especially when we're looking at Monkey Mode, who has that Gecko experience, who's just been focusing a lot on those Geckos. But of course, before we get into the game completely, remember that iSlides is teamed up with Esports Tower. You can scan the QR code and use promo code esports15 to check at checkout for 15% off your purchase. So make sure to check out that QR code in the bottom left. There is indeed that promo code esports15, and already starting off with a quick shot.
Yeah, quick shot down. The Frenzy takes one out as well. Now going to be even at the moment as we're going to see the Lobsters down 1 member. Spiders just playing patient, waiting for the Lobsters to engage through this B garage at the moment. It looks like they're going to go for the rotate, but Spiders, we will see the Omen is going to still be lurking, waiting, and that's the patience that we've talked about with the Spiders, is the waiting, the patience, the calmness, the just pure dedication to say, I'm not going to rotate yet. I know you might come here, and I'm going to wait for that. As we see 2 are just waiting in mid as well here, and the Lobster is starting to 3-man push onto the site. 1 member will be spotted from the side of the Lobsters.
And something that I like to see here is it looked like the Lobsters were uncomfortable with that last match, and they just weren't playing, the way that we know that they can play. We're seeing a lot more comfort picks come out here, where Bachra's back on this Chamber, Monkey Mode is back on the Gecko, and it's already working out fairly well for them. I mean, at least so far, they have been showing promise here. Bachra going to find 1, pulls out the gun and just barely misses a 1v1 situation. They're playing a ring around the rosy. You got to check your corners. Bachra finds 3 and clutches out the win for the Lobsters. Ooh, but boy, it was close.
Yeah, and as we go into this matchup, we'll see the Lobsters taking that first round. But both these teams, since they're able to find some picks, both these teams might be going to buy some guns here, right? Remember, every kill gives you some more money. So with the fact that every one of the members killed 1 member except for 1, they're able to buy some weapons here and go forward. So going to be interesting to see what exactly we're going to see from both these teams. Both of them will be buying at least something, whether it be a Marshall or something otherwise, as Rezkin is going to hold this corner with a shorty.
With the shorty. I think something that the Spiders really love to do is hold these close angles with the shorty, play in the smokes, and oh my gosh, Rezkin gonna find Tracker there. Secrets will find Rainbow, so trades flying immediately, but Rezkin sitting in that smoke, just doing so well. Monkey Mode, Secrets both getting super aggressive, pulling out onto this A site. Is a 2v4 situation. And of course, Spicy back in the game. Kind of an awkward angle here, especially trying to take a classic versus a Spectre. Will get, whoa, a little bit of an awkward situation there. Finally does get taken down. And Corclez up here, up top, does have the Marshall. finds Monkey Mode. 1v2 situation, throws out the grenade. Batra has to be very careful, but Sunny Lee will finish it off, and Lobsters go up 2-0. Spiders, no money in the bank after that.
Yeah, it was a really good play coming in from the Lobsters, really just preventing anything coming in from the side of the Spiders. We did see that Cork was able to find some picks, but wasn't quite enough to take the full victory, unfortunately. But if you are the Spiders, you are having a conversation.
That was the Lobsters having a conversation in the corner, yeah.
The Lobsters are having a conversation. They're deciding what shellfish deed they're going to do next.
Yeah, you know, actually, I am surprised. The Spiders actually did have the money to buy up instead. So it looks like both these teams will have some sort of buy happening here. Both teams will have rifles on deck, or at least rifle-esque. Spiders, they've got Phantoms and Vandals. Lobsters do have some Spectres in their possession.
Yeah, and with this, the Lobsters actually just going to say, never mind. We're just going to go through mid now. Check the garage or spot it out. Not going to destroy that Sage wall. So Spiders do know that there are at least someone around this B site. We're going to see Keikonen watching, finds one. Keikonen finds two, actually. Corkless will find traded out. Keikonen
Finds three.
finds three. Can they find the ace, Alex?
We'll have to find out. And it's really interesting to me here where Lobsters were the winning team. They have won both of the rounds, and they look like the poorer team where all of Spiders have rifles, and Lobsters are working with Spectres, with Sheriffs, with Classics. We are going to see one. Batra finds two, looking for the third. Check the corner, finds it, finds the third. Spiders only one member remaining, and that is Rezkin.
Rezkin now going to just be walking through. Lobsters get a free site plant here. They have to have 4 seconds to plant it, and they will do so here as Tracker gets the plant down. Rezkin is going to pick up this Vandal, and now going to be looking through this Heaven and try and find if they can see an intro pick for this fight. No one will be detected, but Batra watching it.
Ooh.
Rezkin finds a nice headshot. Can they find the second one to bring this one back here? Tracker right on the other side of this box will be spotted out.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. Tracker had nowhere to go. Rezkin able to find the spray through the boxes. Will get the defuse, and Spiders back in the game. They find a return win for the rounds. And I think that was much needed, especially with how much money they committed to this round. They needed a win.
Yeah, that was really vital for the Spiders to win. Now it's just going to be a one-round deficit, and that's fine, right? We've seen a lot of these close matchups beforehand, but you can tell these players want this game to be over. They want to take this victory. They want to go home and say, hey, we took this Grand Finals victory of the Valorant Esports Tower Rumble. But to do so, they have to just finish the match, and we're going to see, you know, which one of these teams. This game is going very, very fast already. We're already 3 rounds in, maybe about 10 minutes into the game, 3 rounds already, and these players are just going at it full force.
Absolutely, they're hyped up. There's momentum on both sides here. Lobsters trying to prove themselves. Spiders trying to keep up their momentum moving forward. They had such a good round. Secrets will satchel in, finds one, but immediately taken out by Rezkin. Rezkin in the corner here. Hopefully they're going to check this corner. They do. Monkey Mode finds it. Tracker gets taken out. Monkey Mode finds one. Sunny Lee finds two. And just like that, the round is over. Lobsters pull the ultimate magic trick and make the Spiders disappear.
Yeah, and with this now, the economy will be back in favor of the Lobsters. Spiders, on the other hand, not going to be able to have everyone on their team buy. It'll be about 2-3 split here, as Corkless won't be able to buy anything. Light shields for Rezkin. Not ideal for the Spiders, and the Lobsters are looking very, very good right now on this attacking side as well. Alex, you and I have talked about this. That victory of the attacking side means so much. But Corkless doesn't need a rifle. They just need a Marshall.
I feel like, in a way, Corkless is always, any money. Feels like the kid throwing like quarters into the piggy bank. Any sort of extra money, Corkless is like, please, give me a sniper. Anything. I'll take a Marshall. Please, I just want to show it off. And it has 2 Corkless's kind of Credit has been doing very well on the Marshall. We haven't seen much of an operator, but whenever Corclaz has something like that Marshall or the operator, just is able to make so much impact. And Sunnylee kind of caught out in an awkward situation, gonna get shot down through the smoke. Not really where they wanted to be.
Yeah, that TP puts him in a really rough situation. Now 3-on-4, Lobsters down going to be one member as Corclaz will find Tracker. Resurrection comes online. Spiders now have all 5 members of their team back and alive. They're going to be looking for a rotate here. The Lobsters kind of in a rough situation. Secrets. I thought that was someone on the enemy team for a second, Alex.
Yeah, it is a little confusing. The teams did switch sides, so you're used to seeing the Lobsters on blue and the Spiders on red, but instead they have flipped. So in case you at home are maybe getting a little confused too, don't worry, it happens to the best of us. And I, of course, am referring to Ryan Blankenhorn. He is the best of us.
I think you and I got to have a conversation about that after the broadcast. I don't know what you're talking about.
Secrets will get spotted out, and Monkey Mode actually wins out this fight onto K-Ko-Nen. But, I mean, everyone on the Lobsters, low health, they're just going to save. Not even going to try to plant. Understandable, though. Everyone low health. It's a 4v3 situation. Everyone who was alive on the Spiders had full health. And it's just so disheartening to get caught out in the smoke like this, to actually find a pick, find that trade, and then all of a sudden that trade means nothing because they get rezzed.
Yeah, when that situation happens and you have those times just ticking away one by one, it's like someone's in your ear just calling you out for no reason, right? And unfortunately, that is what we just saw for the Lobsters, but the Spiders, that's what they want, right? Because now you're even in economy. You're able to bring this fight back. You're now only down by 1 round. You're okay with this, right? You are perfectly fine with this. You can take this aggression. You can play this game very, very cheekily.
I like this positioning. I like the Sage. I like the pickup, and I like where they were going. Not going to stay here, though. Just waiting for the wall to go down. Will back off instead. I think they heard the movement and just wanted to play it a little bit safer, which I can respect. But sometimes you need those Hail Mary plays.
Yeah, you do, but K-Ko-Nen in a little bit of a sketchy spot here.
Oh, no.
The grenade's going to bring them out. Really well played from Tracker. Able to find one onto that Sage. The Spiders now down 1 member here. They do have this teleportation ability for Reskin available and online, but never mind. Monkey Modes takes them out. Rainbow finds a trade onto Secrets, and now this is looking very, very good for the Lobsters as they get the plant down.
Rainbow will satchel to get a better position. Rainbow throwing out the flash. Okay. Oh my gosh, Tracker's going to find 3, and Botcher is going to find 1 to finish it off. Lobsters go up once again, 4-2. They are keeping this 2-point differential. And again, great positioning from K-Ko-Nen, but even better positioning from the grenade to just force K-Ko-Nen out.
Yeah, a really good play there. Unfortunate for Rainbow there, but Tracker with a really, really good play, just watching these angles and ready for any engage that this team throws in at them. And now with this lead back 2 up once more here, we're doing an extremely good job. You got to give major credit to players like Rainbow who are able to do that.
Yeah, Rainbow has been having so much success on the Spiders team. Not even one of the members that we mentioned earlier as people to look out for, but definitely someone to keep your eyes on. They've almost been top fragging for the Spiders every single round. Monkey Mode will find 2 to kick things off. Tracker going to find 1. Sunnylee going to find 1 as well. And this low buy round will not go in favor of the Spiders. They had a rough time. They were just saving, and the Lobsters making quick work of them.
Yeah, and with that save, that's kind of what you expect to happen on a save round, right? You don't normally expect to win those against the full buys, but when it does come to those situations, you try your best, right? You try to take that victory on a Thrifty. You try to make the Lobsters have to splurge their own economy. But you got to give major credit for the Spiders there, right? Because, yes, you're down 3 rounds, but now you have the money again. You have some good ultimates to your ability as well. So you're actually in a pretty good spot if you are the Spiders. Yes, you're down some rounds, but you're pretty even right now, and you're okay with this.
Absolutely. Something that I did see is we do have the operator out in play right now. We saw a pretty quick a pretty aggressive angle. And speaking of quick, Tracker already on the site. Secret's going to find one. Rezkin going to find one as well. So the trades come out. It's 1-for-1, 4v4 situation. Spike is already planted. We are barely into this round. The Fade ultimate comes through as well. Spicy trying to make use of the Hounds. Batra waiting in the wings, hoping someone will jump down. Just barely misses out. Rainbow will get credited with that kill. Tracker finds a kill onto Spicy. You have to be so careful. Monkey Mode gets sniped out. The operator in full play. Rainbow will find the pick onto Tracker, who just walks into the waiting arms of two. The defuse is good. They're going to let someone else pick it up, so Corcles can have more ultimate.
Yeah, and one thing I do want to mention, two things I want to mention is, one, you're able to buy that economy, so now you're okay with that, right? But two, we actually did see that Corcles bought the operator there, had 0 credits that round. So that was not only a round that would have been nice to win for the Spiders, but almost crucial, because Corcles is quite literally broke after buying that operator. But now you're still not ideally in a situation where you want to be, but you're okay right now for a little bit. Okay, Cohen, on the other hand, going to be having to buy this Judge, a Guardian coming out from Spicy. So Spiders, not really on this fully confident buy, but you aren't in a bad situation now.
I do want to say there is nothing that says that Cohen needs the Judge. I think it's just the Spiders playbook where they need to have someone with the shotgun in some regard, whether it's the Shorty, whether it's the Judge. And we are going to see the Wingman being used, something that we hadn't seen before. And that's probably why you don't throw out the Wingman immediately, because now the Spike is just out there, isolated on the point, and the rest of the team is away.
Yeah, well, one thing I do want to mention here is with this Omen, as we're about to see, Sunny Lee will be able to just grab the spike immediately, gone, and is going to be able to plant it now onto the A site. Some big brain plays coming out from Sunny Lee, able to just immediately use that Omen teleport, catch the spike, and now going to be planted onto A site. So a really good bait actually coming in from the Lobsters, able to bring that in the favor of themselves. We are going to see this Fade Dog comes in, will find one. Corcles has the showstopper, but will be show stopped as Tracker finds 3 members. Only K. Copeland left alive with this operator and will not be able to keep it.
Monkey Mode gets the pick. Cohen not looking in the right direction, unfortunately. Lobster's still going up 6-3 right now. And yeah, we get to watch the Wingman come out. Corcles just going to gun him down.
I feel so bad, right? Our poor observer was like, yes, let's watch the poor Wingman do his job.
He's just a kid. No, he's just a boy.
Poor Wingman. Get yourself a Wingman like Wingman, who's always there for you no matter what, even if it sends you to your death. That's exactly what just happened there. But it actually did work out in the favor of the Lobsters, as they were able to bait that play out and were able to use that Omen teleport, take the victory, and go forward. As Tracker will start this one early by taking out Corcles.
Ryan, do you know anything about Apex?
I do.
Yeah, well, we need to get Wingman a Wingman.
I think that would be too powerful, just having Wingman just holding a Wingman.
Yeah, speaking of too powerful, Tracker finds 3, does get domed by Rezkin, but Batra there to get the trade. Now it's a 1v4 situation, all up to a lonely Sage to try to figure out how to get the Spiders back into this round. And I will say the Spiders started out this series, this map very, very strong, but the Lobsters, once they got the momentum, once they got the money, they have not slowed down.
Yeah, and Alex, you mentioned the Wingman, and Conan able to find 1. Can they find more here? Oh, was caught out by Sun Lee on the reload. Will be taken down. Lobsters another round in their favor. But, you mentioned the Wingman. And then we saw a beautiful Sheriff 2-piece, right?
Yep.
If we're going to talk about similarities of guns here, fun fact, the Sheriff works basically just like the Wingman in Apex. So a little bit of some nice coincidental work there. I promise this isn't scripted.
This is not scripted indeed. 7-3 right now in favor of the Lobsters. They are looking very, very strong. Something we didn't talk about, especially as we're getting closer to looking at a 9-3 situation, is the curse did not come into effect, right? The Spiders just kind of ran away with that last series. So if the Lobsters do find themselves in a 9-3 situation, they might be unfazed.
Yeah, and you know, one thing I want to mention is, right, we saw that 9-3 on the attacking side. Right, and once again, the Lobsters here on the attacking side, potentially getting this 9-3. So it is a little bit good, but we're going to see K-Conan in a good spot, able to take out 2. Rizkin finds 1. This is exactly what the Spiders need to start bringing this one back.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the Lobsters just disappear, completely collapsed by the Sage and the Omen, who were up top using that wall to get that verticality, doing such a great job. Yeah, Spiders in the right position, completely calling out the Lobsters.
Yeah, and now with this 4-7, the Spiders can bring this to just 2 rounds going into the half, and if you can, that's very, very good. You would like to see it much closer than the 3-9, then the 4-7, right? If a 4-8 isn't bad, but if you can get 5-7, it's only 2 rounds. That's good. You can even that up if you win the first pistol round in the next game, but Secrets will make that difficult as Corkless will be the first to fall.
Yeah, Secrets will get the trade, and the tour de force is out in full force. Rainbow gets taken down. Tracker finds Rezkin. Spiders already on the back foot. The Sage ultimate is available, so Rainbow does get picked up. Monkey Mode gets the plant, but it is still a 3v5 situation where the Lobsters are fully in control of this match. Bachro will find 1 before getting traded back out by Spicy. 2v4 situation, and Tracker waiting here. Probably hears that. Oh no, isn't ready for it. Rainbow actually wins out on that fight, and the trade comes through. Sunnylee doesn't hit it, and Spicy gets credited with the kill. It's down to a 2v2 situation. Secrets is there to save the Lobsters. 1v2 situation. Spicy does drop down, might get called out for it. Monkey Mode looking the right way and finds the headshot, going to an 8-4 situation as we go into the half.
Yeah, and you know, if you're the Spiders, you know, that one hurts a little bit, right? But you're fine. You know, you haven't been squashed yet by a lobster. So you still have the ability to retangle your web and find the way to bring this back in your favor. 4 rounds isn't anything to scoff about, right? It's still very, very winnable for the Spiders. We've seen the Spiders before. They're very good at just going on a very good win streak, right? Out of nowhere, just able to go bang and just take a lot of rounds and put them in their favor. So really, really good potential for the Spiders here, but now on this attacking side, we need to see some really good plays coming out from the Spiders.
Yeah, and something that we heard from the coaches after Game 2 is they felt like in Game 2 for the Lobsters, they just couldn't get on the same page. And now I think we're seeing the Lobsters really find that connectivity, find that communication that they were lacking in Game 2, and they're playing more cohesively as a unit, which is exactly what they need to do. Secrets finding that opening pick once again on their Raze counterpart. That's gotta hurt.
Yeah, speaking of counterparts, Bachira will find some great picks. We've seen such good plays coming out from Bachira tonight. And, I mean, you can't deny them. You can't deny what we're seeing from this player on the Chamber, on the Yoru. Such a good player. And now we're going to see the Lobsters another victory. Now going to be up 9. Potentially going to be in that double-digit 3-round territory of taking this grand finals and being able to come out with this one basically unscathed in game number 3.
Unscathed, absolutely. I mean, the Lobsters in a great position right now. They must be superstitious. They allowed the Spiders to get 1 so that they could come to a 9-4 situation. Korklez finds Bachira, and that is an opening pick that you need as the Spiders. And we talked about it before. Korklez loves these snipers and can do so much with it. Monkey Mode in a bad situation, gets caught switching guns. K-Conan will get credited with that kill, and now the site is wide open. Sunnylee's here, but not ready for it. Will not find anything. It gets sniped out at close range by K-Conan.
Yeah, we saw some little bit of Valorant timing there on poor Monkey Mode. But now, Lobsters only 2 members. Spiders have already gotten this plant down. This is very, very good for the Spiders. They can now bring this one back in their own favor. as the Lobsters are kind of stuck here having to get onto this point as Kekonen will find Tracker. It is now just Secrets who will get spotted out and now taken down by Rezkin. A flawless and thrifty victory for the Spiders. Very, very good for them. And now going to be able to buy some weapons if they so choose. Potentially just some shields here, though, as now the Lobsters going to be just a couple rounds, or just a few rounds in the lead here. There's the Valorant timing for you, Alex. But now the Spiders, very, very good position, able to get on that site, able to get that plant. And that's a big thing for the Spiders. If they can get on the site and plant it, they're able to stabilize and able to take the fight.
Yep. And that's what they're looking for, is just to stabilize and to be able to take these fights. And we've seen it before. Spiders are able to take these fights even when they have worse weapons. But now, Spiders have some weapons. They have Spectres available. The Lobsters, unfortunately, working with just classics, basically, at this point. So very low economy on the side of the Lobsters. Spiders have a little bit more, but they haven't really bought up too much.
Yeah, with Ventura finding one, Secrets finding one as well here, will get caught on the reload. However, Lobsters and Spiders 3-on-3. As I say that, Tracker with the shorty. We've seen a lot of shorties tonight, Alex.
We've seen so many shorties.
I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it right now.
I think it's more than necessary.
It's a McDonald's specialty at this rate here, as Kekonen will find Sunny Lee, and now back to a 2-on-2. But with this, the Spiders still have the spike in their favor and can now kind of just force the Lobsters out, as they do have a Sentinel and they do have that Initiator with Fade. So you're in a pretty good spot. The only bad thing is Kekonen is at 7 HP.
Yeah, 7 HP with a Bulldog and a Dream. Tracker will find Spicy. Kekonen will get taken down by Tracker as well. That's 3 picks for the round. Lobster is going to hit that double digit indeed. 10-5. They're looking good. They've got money, and they've got a couple of guns as well.
Yeah, with this, now the Lobsters in a very good position. The Spiders still have a good chance to bring this one back, right? You can easily take a string of wins of 3 or 4 in a row. So if you're the Spiders, you got to stay calm, okay? Yes, that round really hurt to lose, but you have the money. You have the ability to purchase here, as Bachira will actually buy the Operator. But if you're the Spiders, you definitely have the money to take this next fight. And if you can take the Lobsters on here, they will be relatively broke. So you'll be in a very good position if you are the Spiders.
I mean, and that's what I want to talk about, is the Lobsters have very good rotations, they have good initiation, they have good usage of utility, but sometimes when it comes to these fights, they don't win the gunfights against the Spiders. So now that both of these teams have guns, never mind. Secrets will just win out against Korklez in this Raze 1v1 one more time. No matter what I was saying, I was going to say that the Spiders have a very good gun skill and that they could win out in these 1v1s, but Secrets just puts a stop to whatever the heck I was going to say anyways, because once again, Korklez loses that Raze 1v1 against Secrets.
Does it count as a pre-caster curse?
Precaster.
Precaster.
Yeah, I can't even talk about my point before getting shut down. Speaking of shut down, Secrets does get shut down by Rezkin, and now it's a 4v2 situation. So Lobster's on the back foot, and maybe this is really what I was talking about. The Spiders winning out in these gunfights. We're going to see another pick. We're also going to see a little bit of healing come out. Sunny Lee does find Kekonen, but it's still a 1v3 situation, and anytime that Kekonen walks out...
Oh, this is rude.
Yeah, anytime that Sunny Lee walks out, he's just going to walk into the fire, basically. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that's a little bit of an unfortunate situation for Sunny Lee. Every angle was covered, didn't matter where you came from. Top, down, left, right, sideways, or upside down. You were not in a good situation there, unfortunately. But for the Spiders, it's very fortunate. That's the round you need to take and a round you wanted to take to go forward, because now the Lobsters don't really have the best of economy going into this round, and the Spiders are doing such a good job. Like I mentioned, if they're able to get on the site, they're in a very good spot. They're able to take these positions, able to take the stabilization, and that's the biggest thing that the Spiders need to ride on right now, is being able to get on the site, being able to stabilize, because the Lobsters, they then have to attack you, and that's their biggest weakness if you are the Lobsters, is being able to get back onto that point, that re-engage that the Lobsters are sort of struggling with a little bit, as a nice headshot comes out from Bachira.
That is so aggressive, and it works out. Bachira gets out unscathed somehow. I mean, that is definitely getting away with murder right there, and walks away. Also has the ultimate available, so if if Bachira wanted to switch the off to someone else, has that availability. We are going to see 2 picks come out in favor of the Spiders. Rainbow and Kekonen will find one. Rezkin finds Bachira as well, so it's a 4v2 situation. Plant coming down. The headshot from Monkey Mode. Oh no, just barely misses out, and Kekonen finds 2 in quick succession.
And here we go, Alex. Like I said, this is the Spiders. This is where you can start getting on that lead. This is the first time they've had 2 in a row all game so far. We are going to see Lobsters pull out that tour de force for a second there. But now Spiders 3-round deficit, very, very easily winnable for the Spiders to just even tie this up, be in a 1-round deficit. You're in a very good spot if you are the Spiders. You just have to stay calm, like I mentioned, and get on the site, plant the spike, and you're good. You're fine there because the Lobsters, they have to get back into you, and that is the biggest struggle point for the Lobsters right now that Spiders are just able to take the advantage of. But Corgless actually puts down the tour de force.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why they keep trying to peek this angle, because Corgless literally wins these every single time. It's only when we see Corgless in a different angle that we see Corgless lose out to someone like Secrets. But, I mean, like that, tour de force is gone. The chamber is gone. Lobster's already on the back foot, 5v4 situation, and it just kind of leaves the site to be wide open and people to walk through.
Wow.
Secrets will spray through the smoke and find Spicy, but does eat a ton of damage for it.
Yeah, and now Spiders and Lobsters, even at the moment that Showstopper is online and will find one, as Monkey Mode is able to find Corkless as well. Spiders now 2 members, Lobsters now have 4. Kekonen will drop down and find one to trade it out, and Rezkin finds 2 of his own. Now it is just 1 member. 150 HP here, including the shield. Secret just needs 1 headshot with this Vandal, folks, so anything can happen if you are the Lobsters. The gun barrel has been spotted, and Rezkin's able to take that final kill. 8-10, only a 2-round deficit here. The Lobster is going to be broke as well. So the Spiders, very good economy, very good engagement, very good stabilization of the point. This is what you want to see if you are the Spiders. This is a very good way, this string of victories that we've discussed before that they're able to take at such a good, such a high level. And now they're also going to have that Resurrection online. They're going to have that Overload online as well for the Spiders. Lobsters will have the mobile Killjoy ultimate and also Overclock. So gonna see 2 ultimates for either side, but if you are the Spiders, you're feeling very good right now.
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about mental fortitude and just mentality in general, and the momentum is completely in favor of the Spiders right now. I mean, obviously it came with them from game 2, but we saw the Lobsters striking back. We saw them really starting to make something happen. But I don't know. Spiders and their current string of wins have really been stepping things up. And Secret's going to find 2. That's a good opening pick for the Lobsters. You see a quick trade out, but Bachira and Monkey Mode making sure that it was not all for naught. Rainbow finds 1, but still in a 1v3 situation. Doesn't find anyone with the knife. Does throw out the oh my gosh. I got a little distracted by the fact that Monkey Mode threw out the wingman to just be there right in front. It's like a sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, I think the wingman really is sort of just the black sheep of Valorant at this rate, where you're kind of just thrown into it and you're kind of just stuck there. And it's like, oh, well, that's unfortunate.
I do want to say, and a lot of people forget about this, because when the wingman was introduced, a lot of people were like, oh, he can carry things and he can, you know, bring the spike to the point. He also does like a discombobulate, where he runs up to you and smacks you in the face. So yeah, you have to be careful about that.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of just goes, hi, how are you doing? And just hits you, and it's so it's not just a cute little sacrificial lamb. It's also it's like a cute but deadly thing is what the wingman is, who also can plant spikes.
In this case, he was definitely a sacrificial lamb. It did not get the smack off in time, and we're seeing massive trades, and Kekonen again on top of it. It feels like Kekonen, this is their map. They've been doing everything right. They've been getting multi-kills, they've been getting the reses, and they've been swinging it back in favor. Speaking of multi-kills, Sunnylee finds 2.
Yeah, that was extremely good from Sunnylee. And now going to be looking for Reskin, the final member alive. Spike not in their favor either. Monkey Mode will find them, and now the Lobsters match point, match game in this series to take it all, go home, and take this victory.
The Lobsters just need one. They are so close, they can taste it. And they are on the defense. They've been looking phenomenal on the defense all day. Can they finish it out? And look at this, Monkey Mode at the top of the scoreboard. Now on the other side, of course, as we were talking about, K Conan is just at the top. Man, that name is a mouthful.
It is, but when you have a player like them, you
no.
gotta say it enough because they're always in the kill feed as Corkley is able to find secrets, and this is what the Spiders need, a good intro pick, taking out members of the side of the Lobsters, just saying, okay, now let's play patient, and that's exactly what we're going to see the Spiders do, playing patient, playing calm, not really going into the Lobsters too hard yet, and that's what we need to see from the Spiders. They need to be calm, they need to be patient. That's what we've seen from them beforehand, and what we're going to see from them right now. However, Nightmare comes out, Tracker's able to find K Conan, and now it is even once more.
Tracker finds 2, Sunny Lee finds 1. It does swing in favor of the Lobsters. Spicy there to kind of even things up. The Lobsters still have a little bit of an advantage. They know where the Spiders are, and Tracker knows exactly what they're looking for. The fade will be spotted out, so Sunny Lee has a bit of the spy and will find the headshot as well. 1v2 situation, the blind comes through, but Tracker gets away barely. The spike is picked up and the teleport is good. So Reskin switching it over to a defense rather than an offense.
Yeah, Reskin, really good play there, picking up the spike and just getting out of there. No reason to take that gunfight, right? Now you just sort of wait for someone to walk in. Sunny Lee will be one of those victims. 26 and 14 HP. Reskin's able to find 1. Can they find a second one and bring this back in the Spiders' favor?
No, Tracker gets caught on the movement, doesn't have any health, and Reskin takes him out. The Lobsters so close. The Spiders coming back 9-12. There is still a lot that the Spiders need to do to get themselves back into this game, but that is such a good start, especially when it's so close.
Yeah, and you know, one thing I want to mention here, Alex, is not only is this a 9-12 situation, but this is the driest dry of a fight you could possibly get here. There's no ultimate abilities, and it is just guns. Yep. There is nothing else here, and that is what makes this so incredibly vital for the Spiders to win, because you need to get these ultimate abilities. You need to be able to take this victory, get this round 10, and bring this to a tie series, because that's all the Spiders can do right now is they can go to an overtime, but they need to be patient. They need to stay calm. I've said it so many times, but especially in situations like this where you're 3 games in already, you're in the grand finals, and every mistake will mean everything.
I think we're seeing that pressure build up here for both of these sides as the Spiders and the Lobsters have slowed down their gameplay exponentially. They're playing it so safe. They understand what's on the line. And something important to note here is Sunny Lee finds 3, Monkey Mode finds 1, and the Spiders go from having a coordinated attack to having no one left.
And just like that, the Lobsters take the victory, sent back to the ocean. No seafood dinner for the Spiders tonight. Instead, they are taken out in game number 3, but they had such a good play there. They were able to take 4 rounds in a row, and then they lost a couple, came back up, able to take another round, go to 9, but unfortunately not going to be able to take that final victory.
And I really love what we saw out of both those teams, especially up to game 3. We saw a lot of adaptation and a lot of change from both of these teams. Of course, I think game 1, right, Lobsters look phenomenal. Game 2, the Spiders looked immaculate. And game 3 is kind of a culmination of all of that, where both of them were working on everything. I think when we talk about the Spiders in the past, it's been very one person dependent, where they have one person popping off and everyone else just kind of follows their lead. But in game 2, we really saw the fact that they can play as a team, and if they're all doing well, where they all have a positive KDA, they dominate. They run through the series. And then on the side of the Lobsters, when they're coordinated, when their communication is on point, when their utility is on point, regardless of how they fare individually in gun battles, if they work as a team, they can destroy any foe.
Very true indeed. And, we've talked about both of these teams. We talked about the Lobsters taking this victory, a very valiant fight from both these teams. But there's one player in specific of the side of the Lobsters that deserves our Player of the Week. Bachiria, our Player of the Week, presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense. Improve your team play. Improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched up with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up.
Yeah, and I think when we're looking at this player in particular, there were so many great plays. I mean, we saw 180s. We saw them flicking around. We saw them getting these headshots. Regardless of the gun, we saw Vandals. We saw Sheriff. We saw basically everything.
Yeah, we saw some judges earlier as well.
Oh, my gosh. We saw some judges as well. We do get to see a little bit of the classic come out as well. And, of course, the tour de force, the Chamber, a character that we don't get to see very often, being made very, very useful for the team.
Yeah, and as we take a look at these, remember in the bottom left of your screen, as we head into summer, are you looking for unique and customizable footwear that's both stylish and comfortable? Look no further than iSlidesUSA.com. iSlidesUSA.com is all about making a statement with your footwear. Whether you're hitting the beach or just lounging around the house, their slides are the perfect addition to any outfit. Scan the QR code or use promo code esports15 at checkout for 15% off your purchase.
I think they should change that ad to whether you're hitting the beach or whether you're hitting headshots.
Hey, there we go. Alex is going to be the new marketing director
Score
over here.
some iSlides. Because honestly, you could be sitting at your house with your feet dangling. You got those slides on, feeling good.
You can score some slides. You could score pro advice at esportstower.com. There's so many different scores you can do here.
Yeah.
Speaking of Bachira, just getting the scores.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, and I really think that both of these teams really depended entirely on their team to succeed. But when we look at Bachira and how much they did, I just think that the Lobsters would not be the same team without this Chamber leading them to victory.
Yeah, and I mean, look at this. Some of the plays that we saw tonight, I thought this was a little interesting here. The way that they were able to play together, you saw one member crouch down, the other one stay ahead of them, which actually makes it very difficult for your opponent because they may shoot the one up top, but the one on the bottom who's crouching can now shoot up at you, and you have to move your crosshair or vice versa. So it's a really smart play to do that, just like the smoke play where you engage from the side instead of jumping in burst. We saw some really advanced plays from these players tonight, and I mean, what else do you expect when over $800,000 are given just Valorant players in general from Esports Tower?
Yeah, and also Valorant is just such an in-depth game that there's so many like little micro plays that you can learn, and man, if I need a coach to get better, and I'm not even that good, but the fact that these players have access to coaching and have the ability to have these VOD reviews like we saw earlier is just incredible. But for now, a huge congratulations to the Lobsters for claiming this week's Valorant Rumble Championship. Did you forget? This was the grand championship. I mean, it felt like it, so I don't know if you could have forgotten. But make sure to tune in next Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST. We've got some exciting Valorant action coming to you again. So a lot of great things. And as we leave you for today, we're going to throw out some top 5 plays of the day. But remember, come back next week, check us out, make sure to tune in. You'll see some awesome Valorant action, and maybe you'll see some Overwatch as well. I've been Alexander T. Kresek. This has been Ryan Blankenhorn, and we'll see you next time. See you guys.
A flash, gonna just do a 360. A lot of things are happening right now. And Bachira, that Sentinel lurk for now is let them sort of take this long angle as they are going to jump down and Cosmic Divide. Alex, you can't shoot through it. Rainbow will find Tracker, finds another one, and we're going to see Keikonen watching, finds one. Keikonen finds two, actually. Torkliz will find traded out. Keikonen going to be wading through this smoke. And, one thing that I am curious to see is...
Oh, the patience! The patience is...
Hand out she holds, it's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke, that's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow, we can't keep falling deep.